My boyfriend did absolutely nothing to stand up for me when our gaming group decided I wasn't the best fit and they kicked me out. Now I found a new group that actually cares about me, and he's on his knees begging for forgiveness. I'm 19 and I've been in this gaming group for 2 years. There's about 10 of us, mostly college students. That's where I met Cameron, my boyfriend. He started the group and that's how we got together. Everything was great until 6 months ago when Cameron invited his friend Roger. Roger's 25, married and games all day because his wife works. At first it was fine, but then I noticed his constant comments about women being backstabbing and untrustworthy. It got exhausting. After a month, I stopped engaging with Roger. That's when Roger told the group he didn't feel comfortable playing with me there. Suddenly I wasn't welcome. Whenever Roger played, which was 3 to 4 days a week for 5 to 6 hours, I was excluded. Everyone would hop on with him and I'd just sit there alone. My boyfriend's response? Just don't join when Roger's playing. It'll upset him. He didn't defend me. He just asked me to disappear to keep the peace. I'm quiet in games anyway. I make call-outs, but I'm not the loudest personality. I know Roger is more entertaining, so I convinced myself it was fine. I didn't want to be the reason the group fell apart, but being excluded, that often hurt. Cameron never checked if I was okay with it. The only person who defended me was Drew, my best friend since middle school. When I told him, he got angry and offered to stop playing with Roger too, but I told him not to worry about it. Last week, I was alone again while they all played. I got tired of the loneliness, so I started looking for new gaming groups online. When Cameron took a break, he asked what I was doing. I mentioned I was looking for a new group since I didn't fit in anymore. He completely lost it, started interrogating me about why I wanted to leave, why I couldn't just participate more. I explained I literally can't participate when I'm excluded 4 days a week. Then he said I was overreacting and asked why I couldn't just be content playing with him during our one-on-one sessions. Sure, we play daily, but it's always just us two because no one else is available. What hurt was being excluded from everyone else, from being part of the group I'd been in for 2 years. I told him I'd always prioritize him first. I just wanted people to play with when he was busy with Roger. He reluctantly agreed, but was clearly upset. So I signed up for 2 groups. First was all women, ages 16-20. They were super nice, but only played once or twice a week. Second was all guys, ages 17-19, way more active. At first I was hesitant, but the oldest guy pulled me aside immediately. He told me he has zero tolerance for harassment and would kick anyone out who bothered me. I played with them that night and it was incredible. They were friendly, welcoming, and actually happy I was there. No gross comments, no toxicity, just people enjoying the game. I felt like I could finally breathe. The next day, Cameron showed up at my door. Before I could speak, he started apologizing. He admitted he messed up and understood how wrong he'd been. Then he confessed something that broke my heart. He didn't want me to join a new group because he was afraid I'd leave him for someone else. But that wasn't the worst part. He showed me text messages between him and Roger from months ago. Apparently Roger had complained about how difficult it was to play with me there. He'd asked Cameron to kick me out. To Cameron's credit, he refused. Then, around the time I stopped talking to Roger sent a group text to everyone saying he didn't want me playing with them anymore and hoped they'd understand. To my shock, everyone agreed, including Drew, my supposed best friend. Cameron was the only one who protested, but Roger had everyone's support, so Cameron gave up. After showing me this, Cameron told me he'd kicked Roger out of the group that day. Roger wasn't allowed to play with them anymore, though Cameron would still occasionally game with him one-on-one. Roger accepted it. Cameron said he understood if I wanted to break up, but assured me he loved me. Honestly, I wasn't even that mad. This is our first serious relationship. He's always been kind before this. I appreciated that he realized his mistakes without me forcing it. He asked if I'd come back to the old group, but said he'd understand if I stayed with my new one. I told him I'm sticking with my new group. They actually want me there, but I'd still make time for him. He accepted that without pushback. Things have been better since. We're spending more time together now that Roger isn't constantly around, and I'm really enjoying my new gaming group. I confronted Drew about everything. He admitted he agreed with Roger but didn't tell me because he didn't want to hurt my feelings. Then I remembered something from a week before all this. Drew had confessed that even though he's gay, he finds me different from other girls and would want a relationship with me if I wasn't with Cameron. Now I'm wondering if he agreed with Roger, hoping I'd leave the group, break up with Cameron, and somehow end up with him. The whole thing feels calculated. I thought Drew was my best friend, but he was part of the reason I got pushed out in the first place. I'm keeping my new group. Cameron can stay if he keeps proving himself. But Drew, that friendship is over. Some people aren't worth keeping around when you realize they had their own agenda all along.